Jim, congratulations. Left it late, but a deserved win today?
Look, it could have gone either way. I mean, they'll be devastated because the 10 men worked really, really hard to stay in the game, and so they'll be gutted to concede that, because at that stage probably they've spent all their energy staying in the game. But you know, delighted with win, because we'd have been extremely disappointed to play with 11 men for a large part of the game and not get a goal and not get a win.
In fairness to Stockport County and yourself and your tactics and everything else, we looked better against 11 men, actually, didn't we? Created some really good opportunities against 11. Why is it harder to play against 10 sometimes?
Well, what they did is they sort of well, there was two aspects to it. I mean, I knew from the experience against Liam that he'd go to 4-3-2, and that was the case. I mean, obviously made a change straight away, put a defender on and lost one of his side midfielders, and the front two worked really hard to keep the back four occupied, so we had to change that and make sure that we just kept it simple, free, and push one up. And I think we struggled a little bit to get to the grips with actually pushing people up the pitch to match up with them. But yeah, the second half then as well, the wind, it was difficult for us to get out of our half. They were able to plant themselves in, and people like Phoenix and Samson, they do a brilliant job at bumping people and making sure the ball breaks, and if people recognise that, they're getting possession in the final third. And you know, they had as many chances in the second half, as many opportunities to cross, as many set plays as us, and like I said, we'll be extremely disappointed that they didn't manage the game out and you know, potentially nick a win, which was what they did at Edgeley Park when they were down to 10 men after I think the first minute.
Yeah.
And they went on to win from a late goal against as we were chasing the game. But I'm really pleased for the lads, because it's been a really, really tough week. We had a couple of lads who were really tired on Thursday night, and they've dug deep again today. And like I said, it's nice to have 6 points at the end of the week. I'd have been pleased with that. So credit to the lads for all the effort they put in.
And when your players are tired, often substitutes can make the difference, and that proved the point today, with Niall Bell involved in the goal, and of course Conor Di Maio finishing off a lovely cross from Sam Minihan. Tell us about Conor. He's got great quality, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think he's had a difficult time adjusting. I mean, obviously he's lost his mum during the pre-season, which really affected him and affected his opportunity to train. We know he's got quality, and we're trying to work him into the side. And you can see, though, I mean, obviously he needs to get himself fitter, he needs to be more purposeful, and if he does that, then obviously we can work him into the team, and he'd be moved from being an impact sub. But as I always say to my players, you've got to train really well, you've got to work really hard, and when you get an opportunity to play as a sub, make an impact, and then you get your start, and then it's up to you then to lose your shirt. But I was really pleased for him today. I'm really pleased for Sam Minihan, because he worked tirelessly up the right and did brilliant to get the cross into a nice area, because it makes it an easy finish. But credit to Conor, and it's a shame for Matty, because Matty looked tired and wasn't able to really get pushed up with Frank, and I thought we made it easy for them to deal with the one striker, so we changed the shape and put two up against him, put Darren in, tried to make three against him. But Sam Minihan was a constant workaholic on the right, and if we were going to score, it was always felt like it was going to come from that side. And but brilliant for Conor. That'll make him feel so much better about his situation at the club and his part within the club.
No, really pleased for him. Just in terms of the sending off today, if it had been your player, Billy Priestley, being sent off, would you be annoyed about it?
No. I think it's a definite red. I mean, obviously there's this double jeopardy rule if you're inside the box, but I mean, Frank's away from him, and if Frank gets on the end of that, it's a 1v1, it's a clear goal scoring opportunity. As soon as I seen it, I thought it's a red card, and I think the referee made the right decision. They felt we influenced.
I know they did.
Yeah, but then it's deflecting away from the fact that their players should do a lot better in that situation.
Said that as well, I think.
We like to think that we've trained our players better than that, not to make that kind of dive in. But credit to Frank, because I was asking our players to be a bit more aggressive on the ball, and Frank's picked up the ball, beat the first one, and then run the second one, and then there's panic stations for them. But that was a really poor decision from Billy to do that, and he put his team in a really poor position. They rolled out the first half and obviously got themselves organised, tried to kill the game and manage it and get themselves up the pitch, create a set play or an opportunity to score, and ultimately that time wasting probably killed them, because they didn't have enough time at the end when they really tried to get a goal.
So now we're back at Edgeley Park on Tuesday night. Players coming back that you know well, the centre half now, Andy Halls, and the centre forward in Big K. It's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they're good players, and I think Guiseley are still regrouping from last year. This is they're a team that probably invested a lot more than people have imagined. The chairman's put a lot of money into that club. They tried to go full time last year, ended up with 40 professional, and the management team there are still trying to get their own players in and try to manage the budget in a way that kind of and the part time and full time thing in a way that they can get the best out of the players. So I think they'll improve over the course of the year because they've got a good management team and they've got good players. But yeah, it'd be nice for Kay and Andy to be back at Edgeley Park. But more importantly for us, after a really tough week, it'd be nice for our fans to see us back on home soil, and hopefully our pitch will be cut a little bit tighter than theirs, and we'll war it, and we'll be able to play a little bit of football. And I hope this is a cracking match. And like I said, we're in a position now to kick on, because 6 points from these 3 difficult games puts us in a position where if we can maximise the home games, we'll put ourselves in a strong position in the league table. But we can't take anything for granted. We'll do our we've changed things, and we've worked really hard to be aware of today, and we've been fairly professional. And what we need to do now is just I'll be under coach logic and preparing as well as I can for Monday. We want to train Monday evening as well as we can, and then hopefully we see the fruits of that on Tuesday, because whether it's York or whether it's Southport, you dust yourself down and you concentrate on the next game and look to win that. And if we keep that mentality and keep working as hard as we have in the last 3 games, then we've got a chance of doing it on Tuesday.
It's put you up to 4th now in the league table, and you might not want to answer this, and don't if you don't want to, but as you said there, 6 points out of 9. Is that, when you set your targets, is that where you expect it to be, ahead of target?
Yeah, I mean, obviously if you win your home games and you go away and draw, you're happy, and so that would have given us 5. I mean, credit to Chorley. They've obviously won 2 home games and the away game, and the other lads, Hereford, and teams have done really well. But I think it's very early days, because if the fixtures are kind to you, you won't really start facing teams. August was a massive month for us, and I was asked the fans forum, where would you like to be? If we're in the top 5 at the end of August, I'd be absolutely delighted. And then we can start. If we've done that, then obviously we've done really well against a lot of good sides, and then it's about doing really well against sides that we need to beat. But I think everybody gets fitter, so September and October, I think it balances itself out a bit. But it was really important this year that we come away from home and get results. We've already got more points than we did in the first 6-7 games of last season, so we're really pleased with that, and it was one of those potential contenders as well, so we're really pleased with that. So again, it's just you can't really set monthly targets or where you want to be. I mean, you've got to take each game and just get the best out of it, and I thought we were a little disappointed we didn't get something out of York, or maybe take 2 points off them, but we've maximised our opportunity at home against FC, and we maximised our opportunity today, so let's hope we do the same on Tuesday night.
Well, you and me weren't even born last time County won a league game here. 22 visits, I think. 1962 the last time County got a win here. 62 years ago, 1956 the last time County won here, so in the league, so that's at least one hoodoo buried. Are you aware of things like that though before?
Yeah.
Like, do you know
I remember when Dave Bassett come to watch me playing for Dundalk against Bowles, and we hadn't won for 98 years, and we won 1-0 that day with 10 men. So perhaps he was quite impressed that it was like John Wayne at the Alamo in that game. And but no, it's great. They're a team that are in flux a little bit, because they want to get back to where this Southport should be, and we want to get back to where we feel that this club can be. And but so I'm delighted for our fans. But like I said, forgetting about the history, you've got 11 against 10. You've got some good players, and if you can just get your tactics right and just that touch of quality and that touch of hard work and endeavour, then you'll win games. And so we put ourselves in a fantastic position to go and win this game, and it's nice to finish that hoodoo. But I would expect that for the next 28 years, if we are playing Southport, that the games will be equally tough and hard, because it's not an easy place, and they'll be smart from this. And I think with that group of players, if they can get 11 on the pitch and get themselves going, they'll be contenders this year, I'm no doubt. But from our perspective, we want to be, and I think that we've shown in the last 3 games that we can compete with the best. And so we're just going to be doing that again Tuesday, Saturday, all the way through August. And if the players come out of this with as many points as they deserve, then hopefully we'll be in a good position to crack on in September.
Top man, it's a great win, well done.
Thanks so much.